Hello everyone. In today's video, I'll be starting with namespaces. So namespaces provide a way for a group of related identifiers, such as variables, functions, and classes, to all be under a single name. So to create a namespace, you start with the namespace keyword, like so, and then you give it a name. Let's name this namespace coding. Now I'm going to create a function within this namespace, a void function, and I'll just call my function func. Now when my function is called, I want it to display we are coding, like so. Now I come into my main function, and to call this function within my namespace coding, type coding. Then I add the scope resolution operator and then func within my brackets and terminate. Now this should display we are coding. Okay. I can also create a variable within my namespace. So I could say int, let's say age is equal to 34. And now when I come into my main function, I can ask it to see out the age is age. Now when I run it, oh, I'm getting an error here. My mistake. Now when I come into the main function, I'll see out the age is, sorry, and I use my scope which I say coding and age. And we're saying we are coding the age is 34. Now we have other kinds of namespaces. There's the inline namespace. So inline and namespace. And now let's name this namespace software. Now within software, let's create a float variable called score and assign it a value of, let's say, 70.56. Let me comment this. So for this, I can say the score is, and then I'll just put score there. Say to display the score is 70.6. But if I create another float variable called score and assign it a different value, let's say 100.45. When I call for this, it will actually use the score I created in the main function. So if I want to call for score in my software namespace, I then have to indicate that. and then when I run the code, it uses score from my software namespace. Now we also have the anonymous namespace. For an anonymous namespace, it doesn't you don't give a name to the namespace. So we say namespace and I won't give it a name. And I'll declare a variable in this namespace. Let's say double rate is equal to say 43.234. Now to call for this I'll say out the rate is, and then I'll just put rate there. And you see it works 43.234. And just like with the inline namespace, if I create if I create another variable of the same data type and same name, so double rate is equal to, and let's say 23.455. If I call for this, it will be giving me the rate I have declared inside my main function. So how will I call for a namespace that I haven't given a name to? So for that, you just use the scope resolution operator with nothing in front of it because you have no name. You haven't given your namespace a name. And then to call for the double that you did in your namespace, your anonymous namespace. Okay. Now we are moving on to exception handling. And in C++, the exception handling is the try, throw, catch. Now, the try block in the try block, you indicate what kind of error might occur. In the throw block, you throw an exception signal or you indicate that something has gone wrong. In the catch block, you write a code to handle the exception, to handle the error. So, so let me create a simple one to check for age. So I'm going to create a variable called age. Let me comment this so this line doesn't run. I'm going to create a variable called age. And I'll ask the user, how old are you? Yeah, 10 years. And then I'll give them the chance to input their age. So how old are you? Now, if the age the user inputs is greater than or equal to 18, then we can say access granted. But if the user is not 18, so else through through the age, and then catch, and then we'll see out access denied. You must be at least 18 years old. And then we'll see out you are Let's run this code. Oh, I'm getting an error here. Didn't terminate. Getting an error here too. Oh, I see my mistake. I put a semicolon after age, after the catch block. So how old are you? And let's put in the correct age. So something above 18. Let's say 34. Access granted. Now let's put in an age that is below 18. So let's say 14. Access denied. You must be at least 18 years old. You are 14. Now we can also make the throw throw an error message or an error code. So let's put in a random value. Let's say 340 and then change this to int error. Let's say error code. Oh, so error. Let's say error code, and then change this message to let's say error type and put error code here. Now when we run the code, how old are you? And 14. Access denied. You must be at least 18 years old. And the error type is 340. So the error type can mean underage. So we could use this error code 340 to represent a user trying to log in who does not meet the age requirements. So that brings us to the end of today's video. Thank you.